This is a video on how to free up space on your hard drive. So to look at how much space you have on your MacBook, just go to the Apple logo, select About This Mac, and then choose Storage. And then you will see what and how much is occupying your hard drive. In this case, most of my files are in Documents, iTunes, Photos, and then System and Apps. To get a better picture of what files are taking up space, you can click on Manage, and then here on the left pane you see which type of files takes how much space on your hard drive. And to review the files in the Explorer, just click on Review Files, and then you can see the individual files which take up the most of disk space. In this case, the largest files are video files, so you might want to move the large files to an external hard drive, or you delete them directly from here by clicking on the X button. And you also can view your download folder, and you also can use the file browser to see where your large files are located. If you want to clear up your photo library, you can go to System Preference, iCloud, and make sure that iCloud photo library is selected, and under iCloud Drive, verify that Optimize Max Storage is checked. However, only select this if you have a large enough iCloud account. For instance, if you have 200 gigabytes or more on your iCloud space. If you have only the free 5 gigabyte iCloud, Optimize Max Storage won't help much because you won't have any space to store the large photo library or video library on iCloud. Furthermore, you might want to delete large apps that you might not need. For instance, in my case, I don't use GarageBand, which takes several gigabytes, as well as the sound files for GarageBand, which is around 2 gigabytes. If you don't use it, you might want to delete that. I already have, so that's why it's no more in the list, but I still have it under apps. So the app has 1.3 gigabyte, but the sound library of GarageBand uses 2 gigabyte, but that I already deleted previously, so I'll delete the app now. And you will also need your password to delete some apps, or perhaps some apps cannot be deleted, or it just takes some time to be deleted. What also might take quite a lot of space away if you use podcasts in iTunes. I used to have quite a lot of downloaded podcasts which I listen to on the iPhone, but they also automatically download it on iTunes on the MacBook. But I never listened to podcasts on the MacBook, so I had a list of several hundred episodes of each podcast, and one episode takes around 50 or 60 megabytes, so it was occupying quite a lot of space on the hard drive. So I deleted all the downloaded podcasts which I already listened to, and I freed up several gigabytes of space. And you might also want to clean up your email storage, for example, not to automatically download any attachments in case you don't need them. And you might want to delete old iPhone backup files that you don't need anymore, which might also take quite a bit of space away, and also files such as upgrades for your devices which you already completed, you might also want to delete. And also iTunes videos that you already watched, you might also want to remove. You can do it either from the hard drive manager over here, or you can go into iTunes and delete the individual videos that you already watched, as to free up some disk space. Sometimes also, in case you update your iOS devices using iTunes, it will keep the upgrade files in a folder even though you already upgraded. So you might want to check if you have any large iOS files which you don't use anymore. You can remove them also. But overall, in my case, the largest files are video files as well as the picture library. And the third largest files are the applications. So you might want to remove applications which you haven't used in the last 6 months to free up more disk space. And also when you have more disk space available, your computer will also run faster than if the hard drive is full. And also you might want to remove video games. For example, if you have a Steam account and you downloaded several games, they might take up several gigabytes of space without you even noticing, because you haven't installed it from a DVD, so they are downloaded in the background after you log in, so you might not notice that they are using a lot of space on your hard drive. In my case, I have several games from Steam which take over 7 gigabytes of disk space, but the cleaner way is to open the Steam app and then delete it from there instead of going directly to the file browser. If not, the Steam client will download it the next time you start it. In case you use iMovie, you also might want to clear out your video files that you don't use anymore. That includes projects which you already finished. You just click on the video file and delete project and continue. And after that, you also want to delete the project files which are inside the iMovie library, because every time you import videos into iMovie, it will copy the video to the iMovie library as opposed to using the existing location of the video file. So when you're finished editing the video and exporting it and you don't need the source video files anymore, you will have to clear them manually from the iMovie library, the projects tab, and also theater in case you exported the files to the theater. And that's also the same, you just click on the file and select delete. And you also might want to clear your browser history from time to time by going to Safari and then clear history and choose which date that from which time you would like to remove your browser data, as this can also accumulate data on your hard drive and occupy space, which is recorded in your library under cache. And finally, remember to clear up the trash regularly to permanently erase the deleted files.